It's time to scoop up some capsules. Today we're going to be focusing on the Scoop Capsules, where I hope to scoop them all up. No, you didn't like that? All right. Anyway, so let's go through here. Let's talk about the odds. You can see that Redbeard is going to be 0.25%, which is going to be pretty low. We have the Mythics at 3.75% drop rate between the two. So we've got our Craig Mamilton and Jack Kahuna. Then we have Muscle Bob and Ripped Pants. Muscle Bob being at 40% and Epic or Ripped Pants being at 56%. So overall, these two drop rates are pretty good. I'm expecting that we have enough to be able to superstar these pretty quickly. And then as we open them, at the end of the opening, I'm going to go ahead and 5-star anything that we have enough of. Then we'll go ahead and trade them, transfer them, do everything later, as well as fuse them, and finally go through what numbers they are to see which ones you should rush to make right away. Thank you for allowing me to have a little bit of fun with that last video. I know that the door video was a little bit of a joke. Thank you for having some fun with it, and I appreciate everybody who watched, liked, and subscribed, and continue to support me. I will continue to push for that 1,000 subs, and once we get there, we will be doing a real giveaway, not the joke that was last video. So how many Scoops Capsules do you think it's going to take? Go ahead right now, leave a comment, tell me how many you think it's going to take. Let's get it started. Let's kick it off, get to my alt accounts, start opening up these capsules, and then let's see how quickly we can get the superstar of each unit. Whew, that one account blew up real fast. That was awesome to get all those extra red beards and be able to get 3 of them off of one single account. Honestly, that went way faster than what I anticipated. I'm not sure if you guys anticipated it being that fast, but that was super awesome to be able to get that many red beards. We've got all the Jacks that we need, as well as Craigs. Then obviously, as you saw, tons and tons of Muscle Bobs and Ripped Pants. My guess is that those guys are going to probably be pretty high in numbers and possibly already silver already, if not. We'll talk about the race to get these started up and which ones you should go out and try and trade for immediately, as well as which ones maybe you don't need to rush depending on if you want the number or not. So let's get this started. We'll go back to the alts, transfer everything over, get it started up for those that we talked about for Craig, Jack, and Crabs, and then I'll get them traded back to the main. We'll meet you back here, and I'm excited to actually see what numbers we get. I do still think we'll get some really good numbers from Jack, Crabs, as well as Craig. So I'll meet you back here in a few. and we are back. We've got everything SuperStarred up. We've got everything ready to go here. So let's go ahead. Let's dive into the units and let's take a look. So we're going to start off with ripped pants. We are looking at 1.4K exist now, 810. That is as of right now of recording. So I'm sure that this is going to go up by the time that you see this. So ripped pants, assume silver. So obviously, if you are going for numbers, there's probably not going to be much of a rush there. We have the muscle bob we created. We are already in silver. 1.9 thousand already exists. That is wild that it went up that fast. I ultimately did this yesterday, so that is a quick spike. So definitely something that if you're trying to rush for gold or looking for rainbow is well gone at this point. There could be something if you do wumbo shiny or normal, but you know, that's up to you on which one you want to go for at the end of the day. Next up, let's take a look at Craig Mamilton. So this is rainbow still. This is one of those ones, this and Jack, that I absolutely thought would be super low still. This is an amazing number. Ultimately 21, 28 exist. So now we look at this, I've got 5 and 21, but ultimately Craig was definitely one of those low ones. He was super hard to get from a mythic aspect. As you saw, it almost felt for a while that I was going to get more Redbeards than I did him. Go ahead and take a look at Jack Kahuna here. As you can see, we are also looking at 21, but now the number is higher now for the exist count on Jack than it was for Craig. We did see that Jack came out more frequently than Craig in the short amount of openings that I had to do in order to get what we needed, but we do have it done. Super low numbers, still super cool. And lastly, our big hit of this is it still rainbow? This one was massive. We are looking at number 52, so still rainbow. 92 if you see this, rush real fast to try and get this done. Hopefully you can still get that rainbow. If not, we're still looking at gold. These things are still a little bit more on the expensive side. Definitely dropped in value with these coming out, but ultimately still a unique item to own. So definitely go ahead, try and get your Redbeard crabs. If you get the shiny, you get the wumbo. That might be the way that you go if you want to go number hunting. If you're just looking for the unit, still awesome. Definitely go ahead and try and get one of these in your inventory. They're super cool. I am actually shooting for 1,000 subs. I do want to see that number come through. I am going to be doing a real giveaway, and we will pick a unit depending on when that happens. I don't want to make any promises because obviously the meta is going to change between now and then, but please make sure you like, subscribe, and continue to watch my videos. I greatly appreciate everyone who has been a part of it so far, and thanks for having a little bit of fun with me on that last one. I promise you I will keep them shorter if they are the jokes, but that one was definitely fun.